Hey guys, Mike from Wrestling Then and Now. Thanks so much for checking out the Bobby Blaze clips. To learn more about Bobby Blaze, to hear more of his unbelievable stories, go to Amazon, pick up one of his books. He has several on Amazon. Leave a review. Check him out. Bobby's a great storyteller. I picked up his book, Pin Me, Pay Me. Love it. Make sure you check him out. Support our buddy Bobby Blaze. Check out one of his books.
Any special memories from WCW? Any good matches that stand out to you?
Oh man, well I got the had a hell of a match with Chris Benoit, man. The probably my best match ever was with Chris. I'd met Chris over in Australia. We were on tour together back in '93. Excuse me. He was getting ready to go into WCW, and I was already talking to Smokey Mountain Wrestling prior to going to Australia. So we went to Dayton, Ohio. I'd done a pay-per-view, the World War III pay-per-views up at the Palace in Detroit, Michigan. And so I'd done 97, 98. I got on both those pay-per-views in the big 60-man battle royal. That was nice. And then we done TVs, the Nitro the next day. I went to them, didn't perform, of course, and then went to TVs the next day. And when I'm in a locker room, I'm just getting my shit together. I wrote about this story in one of my books, and we'll come around to that in a minute. But I'm sitting there, and Chris Benoit says, "Come here, here, lock up with me." This is in a locker room, about 60 people around. He goes, "Lock up with me." He goes, "No, Bobby, lock up with me." I fucking snagged him, locked up with him, and he started just pushing and this and that. It's in the locker room. I'm like, and I worked out with Chris in Australia. No heat, nothing but respect.
Right.
It and everything else, what you know. But Buck, Eddie, and Dean are standing over here. They come over. They said, "Man, you guys, something going on here?" And I go, I'm still dunking on Chris. Goes, "No, it's okay, it's okay."
Right.
And they walk back over and start minding because they thought something was going on. And Chris goes, he starts telling me, "It's what I want you to do." He goes, "I'll tell him a call." He goes, "Is my finish?" I go, "Yes, sir." He goes, "Quit the fucking yes, sir stuff. Just fucking work." Chris. So he goes, when I bend you over, I'm gonna throw knees at your face. I'll say knees. Just protect yourself. Other than that, everything will be all right. I said, "No problem." So we get out there. Hall and someone's the main event. There's 24 matches because it's TV. They do 12 for 1 week of taping, 12 for next. You know how it works. We're number 23 in Dayton, Ohio, and the crowd's 4,000. Now it's went down to 3,000 or whatever because it's fucking 11 o'clock at night or whatever. We get out there and tear the fucking house down. It was really, really good. And I have no clue what's going on, okay, other than we work stiff and snug, didn't hurt each other. Dusty is putting it over on TV. I mean, it's one of the. So I'm sitting there unlacing my boots, and Steve Mongo McMichael comes up to me, and he puts his hand out. He goes, "Hey, kid, how you doing?" I go, "Good." I shook his hand. He goes, "Man, Bobby, I didn't know you could fly around like that out there, man." He goes, "That was a hell of a match, man." He goes, I'm sitting there. I go, "Yeah, thank you very much." And he goes, "Maybe we can get in our lock horns one day." And I go, "Yes, sir." I just fucking kind of blew him off, to be honest, because I was just, sitting there. I didn't know shit. Come to find out, what happened was that's when Mongo and Benoit, Malenko, they were in the Four Horsemen at that time. And what happened is, I did not know this till like the next week. What happened? I just knew it was a hell of a match, and I knew Chris was pissed about something. He didn't say anything though. He just, other than telling me, "This is what we're gonna fucking do." Word got back to me. First of all, Scott Armstrong, I guess, walked by Chris and said, "Hey man, this Bobby kid can work." And Chris responded with, "Oh, I know it. That's why he's with me. I was in Australia with him. I know him." Something like that. Cut everyone short that said something. And come to find out what happened, they were in the war room, and I was supposed to wrestle Mongo McMichael. And he didn't want to wrestle me because I wasn't up to his standards, and I couldn't stay in the ring with him. And Chris Benoit said, "Fuck that. Put my name by Bobby Blaze." Mongo didn't work. And Chris fucking took that very disrespectful for someone that could work. You see?
Wow. Yeah.
I didn't know any of that. And then Mongo, though, I'll say this, all respect. he came up to me afterwards and congratulated me, shook my hand like a man,
Right.
you know, but I didn't know any of that. And it got back from Scott Armstrong told me, then finally Chris and I spoke on the next TV 2 weeks later, you know, and I had nothing. I thanked them and I appreciated respect. And it was just, and I would have never had any kind of match like that Mongo. It'd have been awkward,
Oh, yeah.
clumsy, and I'd end up getting squashed or hurt. And it's no disrespect to him. It's just, and he was always nice to me in the back. I spoke to him all the time. I wasn't up to his standard. He's a big, strong man, you know. Fuck, that guy played in the NFL 15 years. You think he ain't a tough bastard? You know,
Sure.
he,
Yeah.
he,
He's a stud athlete.
you know, that's what it is. So there's nothing but respect there, but also Chris stepping up. So that was a good match, you know. And then Dusty Rose, the American Dream, when they're putting you over on your pot, you know,
Hell yeah.
during your match. I mean, that's a good feeling. And like you said, you go back to some of these independents, or you go to the gym and people see you on that tube every week, especially on TBS and TNT, and they're like, "Hey, man, you know, I don't get to that to this day. Sometimes my brother, one of my best friends, have to remind me sometimes. Say, you was on TV, man. You was in magazines and stuff. Don't I said, yeah, I kind of forget that sometimes, you know. But yeah, Bobby Blaze Metal on Amazon or Bobby Blaze 744 on Twitter and Instagram. And I love interacting with people, especially as we spoke off air. We're just wrestling fans, love the wrestling business.